Hey y'all, it's Sheree. What's up? In this video, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be comparing water and grease versus the LCO method. I have a previous video comparing the LOC and the lock method. And at the end of the video, I realized that as long as you moisturize your natural hair, you really won't have any issues. You can do the lock method or you can do the LCO method, liquid, oil, and cream versus liquid, cream, and oil. Just moisturize your damn hair. But in that video, someone told me I was basically doing too much. They said just use water and grease and you won't need to do all these other steps. So I got a great idea and I said, that's not a bad idea. Let me put it to the test and try water and grease. So that's what we're going to do on today. So I'm applying the water to my hair, spritzing it on like I would any leave-in, pressing the water into my hair and trying to do my best to detangle. Then I'm going to go in with the old school Blue Magic, y'all. I haven't used Blue Magic in about 15 plus years. So I had no idea how much to apply. I was just kind of winging it. I haven't used grease since like high school, fresh sophomore year. So I just kept applying it because I didn't know how much to apply. How much grease do you apply to your hair? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. And I'm just looking at the ingredients. Let's talk about them right quick. The ingredients are petrolatum, lanolin, lecithin, and mineral oil. You probably have heard about these three. They get a bad rep in the natural hair community because what these ingredients do is that they seal moisture out of the hair. They're water insoluble. Once you put these ingredients onto your hair, ain't no way in hell anything is getting through. And if you don't moisturize your hair in advance, your hair is going to be dry and stay dry. And that's why people in the natural hair community don't bang with them. But now let's talk about lecithin. Lecithin is actually the third ingredient in grease, or in this grease, this old school original Blue Magic grease. And it's actually not a bad ingredient at all. Lecithin is comprised of B vitamins such as choline and inositol. Inositol may sound pretty familiar to you if you watch any of my rice water videos and you may hear some damn chickens in the background. I'm an island girl. We got fowls in the yard. But inositol is one of the key ingredients in rice water that basically makes your hair grow super damn fast. So if you heard of inositol, that means it makes your hair grow. It's just a bomb B vitamin. So it's pretty much like putting rice water. So grease is low-key a hair growth aid. Lecithin also helps to achieve healthy looking, shiny, and silky hair. It keeps the hair structure intact and restores the natural protective coating of the hair. Basically, it's the shit. That's it. That's all. But let's keep going, and I kept applying more because I just wasn't. I'm used to the slip of conditioner, and until I got the slip and the definition that I'm used to with my creams and all my other things, I just really kept applying more grease. Like, I'm a grease baby. And you see the definition is finally coming through. So once I saw the definition finally coming through, I just stopped applying it. I've already told y'all, if you don't see the definition on your hair, then if you braid it up, it don't work. It don't work. So you need to see the definition on your hair. And then I just twist my hair up. Ain't nothing to really see here. Y'all have seen me twist and braid my hair up. That part really isn't important. And look at that drop. And I just continue this process throughout my hair. I just did 4 braids on either side. I just wanted to get this video going really quickly. When I do braids, I really don't like using big sessions. And I think by this time, I figured out how much grease to use, but in the end, I still used too much. Obviously, because I didn't have a leave-in, it's literally just water and grease. So tell me, did your mother and grandmother use water and grease on your hair? My mother didn't use any water. It was just straight grease. grease, but did y'all have the luxury of using water and grease growing up? Let me know down below. Let me know your experiences with grease as a young person and now that you're natural as an adult. Let me know what your experience has been. And I was really shook by the shine of my hair. I was really shook by how sleek and smooth my hair looked. I had never really seen my hair look like that. My hair is always just full of product. To see my hair shiny and sleek and smooth like this was kind of crazy. Now we're going to go in with the LCO method. Like I said, I have a dedicated video on this method. You're essentially sealing in the liquid or leave-in with a cream, and then you're sealing in the cream with an oil. It's using layers of moisture and sealants to keep your hair moisturized for several days and also, honestly, several weeks. Like, this method is pretty legit. So the products I'll be using today is the She Scented Sugar Peach Conditioner, but I will link everything that I'm using down below. I'm pretty heavy-handed with my leave-ins. I mean, I'm pretty heavy-handed with products, period. I just press the product into my hair. That is super important as a low porosity person, to press the product and smooth the product into my hair, so that's not just sitting on top. I want to use the heat from my hands to get the product into my hair cuticle. Then I'm going to seal the moisture of the leave-in with my cream. Y'all should already know what it is because it's a favorite. I've talked about it so much on my channel. I loves it. It's the Carol's Daughter Cocoa Creme Coil Enhancing Moisture Butter. Everything will be down below, but love this cream. And I use quite a bit of everything. And this cream, as soon as you apply it to your hair instantly gets moisturized, gets soft. It's really so good. And again, the point of the cream is to seal in the moisture from the leave-in. And like the leave-in, I smooth it into my hair. I press it into my hair. And then add a little bit more to make sure the definition is popping out. Don't start braiding, twisting, coiling your hair until you have definition, because if you don't have definition before you braid, how you gonna have definition after you braid? You won't. So you want to make sure your hair is predefined before you start braiding. And then I go in with a butter. I'm using the Nourish and Shine from Jane Carter. This is a great butter. You can use an oil, but in the winter, obviously, your hair gets much drier than the summer and the spring. So it's good to use a butter to really get at those ends. I especially put butter on my ends or oils on my ends because that is the oldest part of my hair. That's the driest part of my hair. That's where my hair breaks, splits, gets single strand knots. And like, look at that definition. Like, look how soft and supple that side looks. And just like the grease and water side, I am just braiding my hair up. And y'all don't really gotta see this part because, I mean, the important part of this video isn't about the braids. It's really whether or not grease and water is enough to keep your natural hair popping. So that's what we're about to find out on today. And I just continue this process, applying the leave-in. Layering that leave-in with a cream, making sure to define my hair. Like, loves this cream, man, loves this cream. And then I'm using my butter to seal. And again, all the products that I'm using will be down below in the description box. And you just braid your hair on up. And this is what my hair looks like on the LCO side. White as hell, obviously, because I'm low porosity. And products just sit on my hair until they fully penetrate. So, yeah, totally different between the water and grease side. The water and grease side looks like I got nothing on it, but you can see that shine. So this is 2 days later. As I said, I'm low porosity, so it does take a while for my hair to dry. It takes a full 2 days. I mean, I could sit under the hooded dryer, but I don't like doing that. I prefer to air dry. And I'm just feeling the braids to see what they feel like. Kind of shook that the water and grease side doesn't feel completely like the Sahara, but yeah, I'm really shook, honestly. Like, look at the definition. Like, I was really blown away that I just use water and grease, no other product, and the shine and the definition is totally on point. Like, it really blew my mind how that side looked, but it was greasy as hell. So greasy, I could grease and lotion my elbows. Like, my hair was greasy as hell. I'm not gonna lie. It was greasy as hell. But what do you expect? I probably used like 10 pounds of grease per section. And then I'm taking down the LCO method side. And that side is also shiny. But you can see it's actually not as shiny, and the definition is not as tight as on the grease side, but it still looks pretty damn good, huh? Now I'm just taking both sides down and separating. At this point, I'm going to let you know that the grease and water side really blew me away. I just knew my hair was going to be dry and crusty, but even though I didn't use a leave-in, my hair felt good. Did it feel as soft as it did on the LCO method side? Of course not, never. It will never feel as good, but it did feel smoother. It was shinier. It was actually bomber on the grease and water side. Like, if I just had to use a leave-in, I am sure my hair would have been all the way turned up on the water and grease side. And that's coming from a ingredient snob. Like, look at my hair, y'all. Granted, both sides look good as hell. Like, both sides look good. But honestly, the grease side has more definition than minimal frizz. It has much more shine. Has way more volume on that side to me because I didn't layer on so many products and it wasn't so heavy. So that side was actually my favorite side, to be honest. But the LCO side does have more moisture, obviously, because I actually use moisturizing ingredients. It is less greasy, and because my hair is more moisturized, it is softer on the LCO side. So I don't know what to say. I've been an ingredient snob for the last 2 years or so, and y'all, like, we really don't need all these products we be using. Am I still gonna use them? Hell yes, because I just bought a whole bunch of shit for Black Friday. Check out that video. But you don't need anything more than water and grease, really. This is 2 days later. I just wanted to show you what my hair looked like. So yeah, I think in conclusion, will I continue to use grease? I think that's what people want to know. I will be testing grease more in the upcoming weeks. If that's something that you actually want to see me film, just let me know by commenting down below and giving this video a thumbs up. I plan to layer grease with my leave-ins and other products to see how it fares. I wouldn't just use water and grease because I did miss that extra moisture in my hair, but I will be using grease with other moisturizing products to see what it does. Let me know again what your experience has been with grease, but I'm kind of shook. In the natural hair community, we've really given grease a bad rep. So hear me out. If you don't moisturize your hair and you layer grease on top, hell yes, your hair is going to be dry as hell, duh. But if you actually moisturize your hair with your most moisturizing ingredients and layer grease on top of moisture, that moisture is not going anywhere. And of course, grease, once you put it on your hair, if you need to re-moisturize, you won't be able to do it. The grease repels moisture, but there's a place for it. There is a place for it if you want there to be a place for it. Of course, you're going to have to go in with sulfate shampoos because only sulfates can get out grease, but that also means you gotta get your moisturizing and deep conditioner routine together. But I'm going to talk about that more in a separate video. But from this initial trial, I will say grease ain't all that bad. And again, I'm an ingredient snob. I'm a no sulfates, no silicones, no parabens, no. I'm that. And grease really kind of stole my heart. Yeah, I think we're going to start 2020 doing something new, doing something fresh. Like, honey, I am really really shooketh, like completely shook by all of this. Like, wow, this is something crazy. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's this video. That's my experience with grease so far. Stay tuned for my other videos, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see with me using grease. So what type of content do you want to see? Let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Bye, y'all.